It's the list here, and I'm going to be creating a kid-friendly channel. Yes, I know. They're far and few between. And today we're going to be talking about why parents should or shouldn't let their children play Red Dead Redemption 2. This review says for ages 12 and up. For kids 12 and older, this game has blood language, but any mature 12-year-old should know this language and not be affected. There's partial nudity for like a second in the whole game. So they're kind of saying that for a 12-year-old, it's decent. I mean, you should kind of watch how your child does it, but it's not too bad. And this is parent of an 18-year-old. Before you say no to your kids, read this. Hello, parents. As somebody who has played about 4 hours into the story, I can tell you that the game has got minimal stuff to warranty an M rating. Besides violence and sexual content, it keeps a very small amount. The nudity is actual horse genitalia, and it's hardly noticeable. So it's kind of like... here, we'll keep reading. And the swearing is mostly cowboy swearing. And the F word is used by an Irish and by the NPC, but I only counted about 4 as of watching the gameplay on YouTube. Is very random, doesn't happen very much. So this parent is kind of saying that it's not, like, bad, but it's not good. Like, you shouldn't just let your kid play it, like, nonstop. You should watch your kid and limit his amount. And kind of, I think they should make a kid-friendly version of it. So, and then this one says, let me see if I too much nudity. Over the past day, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I played the first one and loved it. I could have done without the sexual themes in it, though, and it would not have affected me at all. I'm aware that there are over 60 hours of gameplay, so I do not know everything about the game. When playing the game, there's a lot of foul language, but there's no more than you would hear in an average middle school. So it's not too bad. But, I mean, I personally think Red Dead Redemption should do what Call of Duty did. They should put a mode that cancels out all the bad stuff, or like at least tones it down. But you know, I mean, it's just mine. For age 8, it is an amazing game, and your kid can handle the language. He should be fine if you know what he's doing. You can make your own choice in this game, so you're not forced to do anything. Though the campaign only really has language, so they're saying that it's not too bad. I agree with Common Sense Media. Rating suggestions for adult-only play games. So far, I have played for a few hours and made it out of snow to a campsite. I find it surprising that parents are suggesting younger ages than the kids are. So they're saying that you shouldn't let your kid play it because it's kind of bad. And this one says, you parents are bad parents if you think this game is alright for your kids. Kids, this game has nudity, sexual content, and lots of sexual talk, drugs, alcohol, and strong language. So right now I'm kind of leaning toward you shouldn't let your kids, unless they're about 16 or 14, play this game. So like, yeah, it's kind of how like Call of Duty is. Like, it's not. Well, this one seems to be worse than Call of Duty, because Call of Duty, the only reason is violence and other stuff like that. But like, this one is saying that this game has a lot more like sexual stuff in it than the other ones. And I know the people who created this were from Grand Theft Auto, so you can kind of see where they played into this. Violence and language is usually in M-rated games. Partial nudity for about 3 seconds in the game. Male genitalia shown once, though in a non-sexual way. A mature 12 or 13-year-old can handle this. I honestly don't think. I don't think any 12 or 13-year-old should be seeing male genitalia at that age. Or ever, period. Like, if you're a boy, no, don't ever do that. You should only see your own. But like, see, I don't think that that's right. You shouldn't put that in a game where you know that. I think they should make this game only for adults. Now, I could be wrong. It's my opinion, though. So I don't think that any kids that are below the ages of 16 should play this game at all. as it's looking, this game is not the greatest as of right now. We're not gonna read that one because this game is not a masterpiece. First off, the other reviews on overly dramatic. Their reviews. The swearing is there, but it is no more than a PG-13 movie. Even so, you tend not to notice it as you're too busy taking care of your horse, eating or fending off foes. Next topic is sexual themes. Throughout the whole gameplay, I only encountered one sexual theme or reference, and that was a girl requesting to wash me in the bathtub. So they're saying that it's kind of like a PG-13 movie, but I still say if you're below the ages, it's your choice. But I still say that if your kid is below the ages of 16 or below, I would not let them play this. I mean, it's your kid. You know, I don't know your kid. Gave my 2-month-old son, and now he's in college. So they're saying that they gave their son the game, and he's in college, so that's not too bad. I feel like there's a certainly mature content here, but if it was a movie, it would be as 16. Apart from the violence and gore which is subject to your child, you walk in on a couple having sex. So I would say no for this game for any kids that are kind of below. I don't think this game, you should be able to buy this game. Unless you, I don't even think you should be able to buy this game with your kid with you, because they know the kid's going to play the game. Because it's basically just nudity in the game, so that's not good. Kids do not need to see that. That's not good. The only thing I am worried about for my kid is nudity. I know he can handle the language, violence, and gore. The nudity is what worries me a little bit. So, that parent's kind of smart. Don't let your kid play this. It's got nudity. I know 6 may seem extremely young for an M-rated game, but anything can be fine if they are No, we're not going to let your kids play that. So, overall, right now, Red Dead Redemption should stay an age 18 rating. It should not be rated any differently. Because, parents, if your kid is below the ages of 16 or below, or even 18, do not let them play this game. Because it is obviously saying that there's nudity. The language and stuff, okay, your kid can play that. I mean, we've all heard cuss words. We've all heard references and stuff. But when there's nudity thrown into the game, your kid doesn't need to play it, because your kid does not need to see nudity. That's where you should say that's the end, okay? That's done. Now let's read the kid reviews. This game isn't as bad as you think. The game made by Rockstar, it is actually very clean, and there is more you can do to clean it. So they're saying that it's not that bad, but I still say, he said age 15. I'm a kid, so call me biased, but this game is obviously showing the main character some remorse after he kills people. So he remorse, but that doesn't matter anymore. The game is still bad. So, okay, your kids play Call of Duty, okay, Fortnite, stuff like that. It's got some killing, okay? Fortnite's not bad at all. It doesn't have any killing or drug references. But Call of Duty has some drug references, some killing, doesn't have any nudity. Call of Duty is a decent game for kids to play as long as they're over the ages of 13. But this is showing that there's nudity in the game. So if your child should wish to play this game, you should tell them no. Because it's not showing that there's any kind of way, like in Call of Duty, there's these modes where you can turn it on. It's basically parent friendly. So it makes it where that there's not as much blood and gore and cussing. They all take that stuff out. If this thing would do this, it would not be that bad. But, kids are kind of biased, so that's why they're giving them all these weird ratings. And it's funny? The parent rating is age 12 and the kids rating is age 13. So the kids are kind of leaning to more, you need to be older. But I don't say, parents, if your kid is 12 years old, do not let him play this game. Kids, 13-year-olds, don't let him play this game. 14 or 15, it's your kid. I mean, at that point, if he's ruined, he's ruined. I would kind of not let him play that. So your kid needs to be, I would say, at least between 16 and 17 to even think about playing this game. So if you're going to let your kid play this game, I think you should monitor as he plays. And once you find that thing that pushes you over the edge, that's when you take the game. Because, see, your kid doesn't need to be playing games that are going to be bad for him. So, like, parents, stick to, like, Battlefront. I mean, it's not that bad of a game. So, this game, I would give it, say, a 16 to 17 age rating at the least to play this game. Now, if you're a grown-up, you're the ages 18, it's your life, your choices, go ahead, play the game. You've probably been exposed to the stuff in the game, so, but if your kid is below, like, 16 or 17, it has nudity, do not let them play it. The game will ruin them because of the nudity in it. Once a kid has seen that, he cannot unsee it. So do not let your kid play this game if he is below the age of 16. Unless you're just that parent that doesn't care at all. Then I can do a parenting podcast for you. Just tell me. I'll do it. So overall, I give Red Dead Redemption 2 an age 16 or 17 rating. I think the people on Common Sense, they said age 18. I think they're pretty smart. That's decent. Now, kids, parents, it's not age 12. I can already tell you that. I mean, I haven't even played the game, and I can already tell it's bad. So, don't let your kids play the game unless they're not kids. Like, unless they're almost mature adults. Like, so, I would not let them play it. But, you know, that's just my personal opinion, so. So, what we learned from this podcast is that your kids should not play this game. Parents, do not buy the game. Don't let your kid trick you into buying the game. It's not a good game. Unless they're the ages 16 or 17. Then, go right ahead. I mean, you just need your parent there because you're not an adult. So, parents, don't buy your kid this game. And I'm going to be releasing a video kind of just whenever, but there's going to be... every season is going to have 15 episodes in it, and every episode is going to usually be 15 minutes long. Some may be a little bit shorter, but none of them's going to be shorter than 10 minutes. And if your child is already trying to get you to buy this, don't buy it. Don't buy it for a Christmas gift. Aunts, uncles, grandparents, you don't know very much about the PS4 or the Xbox. Don't buy your kid games that have nudity in them. You're just that, you don't want to be that grandparent. Aunts and uncles, you're probably the fun aunts and uncles. Buy your kid Call of Duty. Don't buy him Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, your kid's 18 years old, your grandparents buy him Red Dead Redemption 2, go right ahead. He's an adult. He can make his own mistakes. But kids, don't try to trick your parents into buying you this game. I'm telling you, it's not gonna end well whenever they walk in your room and you get caught in the nudity scene. That's not gonna go very well for you. You're kind of gonna mess up, and then you're gonna be dug in that hole. And once you're in that hole, anytime you win a game, they're gonna watch another podcast about it from me and decide. So don't ruin it by buying this one game. And that's all I have to say today. Thank you for watching the list. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.